All right, and welcome everyone, one and all, to Speedrunners Arena. I am the Cheese Reaver, and I'm sorry, I am a series of question marks, apparently. And I am joined by 00713, not 173. How are you doing today, Zero?
Greetings, everybody. I am 00713. I had to remember how to say my name as well. I am fine. Looks like we have two amazing runners today, taking a great vacation trip to the planet of Zebes, or Zebes, depending on where you're from. So, Cheese River, what can you tell us about this amazing planet?
Um, Unfortunately, in somewhere between an hour and an hour and a half, more than like, well, somewhere between 30 and an hour and a half, let's say, it's going to explode. So, it's
Well,
unfortunate, but it's the
well,
nature
ho-
of the beast.
well, hopefully these two runners will get to take in all the sights along the way before that happens.
Hopefully so. Looks like the gate has been dropped down in the SRL room,
I,
and we are merely awaiting. And yep, wait on stream lag. And there we go. Vibrant colors. She has picked a. That's a lovely blue for the ship there, I have to say.
it is a very lovely blue.
I,
This
I don't
more
know how much I love the suit color, but the ship. So both of our runners, of course, going to make their way down towards the morph pedestal. Still disturbs me that it's the morph pedestal, but the morphing ball. Uh,
Well, to be fair, you do use it to morph, therefore morphing could make sense
True, true.
ish.
Neither of our runners employing the moonfall, falling at what some would call the appropriate speed.
But it's kind of weird that they call moonfall because if you're on the moon, your momentum is usually much slower compared to moonfall.
It's true. On the actual moon, you would fall much slower.
So it looks like both of these runners are both 1-0, so they are doing quite well in the tournament.
Absolutely. We are here early in Swiss. This is only week 2, but we've already had some really great matches thus far.
Really great matches, and we had a variety of seeds. We had amazing seeds, and then we had very, very, very evil seeds.
We've had some real trolls, and that is a nice early space jump.
And it seems like I've been seeing a lot of these majors showing up very early. Like seeing a lot of early space or early high jumps.
That's true. We have seen kind of a. We went through most of, I'd say, week 1 not seeing very many early majors, but a lot of these round 2 matches have had that something big and something early.
And it seems like both runners are struggling to get the ceiling item with that very, very horrible space jump item. I think most people here can agree it's one of the worst items in the game.
Yeah, space jump is. I enjoy space jump, but outside of water, it is awkward to use. In
It,
water, it's an amazing item.
not to mention, outside of high jump, it is very weird to use.
That's true. Not having high jump really it significantly changes that jump timing, and it can really do a number on you.
So space jump does open up a lot of things right away. It's going to open up landing PBs if they find power bombs. It's going to open up the route over to Western Ocean. It doesn't open up Phantom. Just remember that you need either a lot of health or suits with some health.
Absolutely. But still, and it's a nice movement item to have. It provides up logic for any situation. So Kraid already in logic, even though a lot, I mean, more often than not, honestly, when runners make it to Kraid, Kraid's not actually in logic, and they just go anyway.
True, and not to mention it's one of the few items that most novice runners need in order to navigate through Lower Norfair.
It's true. Logically, it is required for the lava dive.
Yep, and we're going to be talking about a lot about logic. If you don't know what logic means, it's pretty much explains how things go in the seed.
and
Since
how the randomizer decides to place items within the seed.
yeah, so it tries not to place items where that item is explicitly required in order to get it. Oh, and we got bombs, so I guess it's gonna be another one of those seeds.
It's true. Didn't the 11 o'clock match also get bombs at BT?
Yeah, and they had a high jump down below, so it's almost the same exact thing.
And actually, my race last night had bombs at Bomb Chorizo.
And my race against Zeb had bombs there. It's like a whole new world.
Yeah, because it should only be about a 5% chance to have bombs there at BT, but here we are.
And of course, both runners have super missiles, which makes this fight arbitrary.
Absolutely, it is absolutely trivial if you've got some super missiles.
Now, if you only have 5 missiles, it actually changes things a lot because you go in there, you have absolutely no missiles, and you have to use Bound Chorizo strats in order to optimize the fight. Sadly, we didn't get to see that. Hopefully, we'll see that eventually in the race.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we have seen that one just yet. So we've got Vibrant heading back to the ship for a save and a refill. Chex, on the other hand, going to check 230. So named because in 100% it is the last missile location that you find, and it gives you a total of 230 missiles.
Yeah, Vibrant making that play for Gauntlet with only bombs and 99 health. This is a very dangerous run. It's also illogical right now. 50% illogical, but it could pay off.
It's true. Chances are, well, no, actually, because he does not have power bombs, Chex actually won't even be able to check the back end of Gauntlet.
That is true. We learned that earlier today that the blocks are either power bombs or crumble blocks.
Yeah. So Vibrant, and yep, just an E-tank at Terminator. So Vibrant will be the only one with any knowledge of what's in Gauntlet. Assuming she can make it through, that is, I mean, not saying anything against Vibrant. This is hard doing it with just bombs and no E-tanks.
It's both hard and very slow because
Ooh, a gravity suit. Well, that'll make things a little easier.
definitely. As I was saying, it's very hard and very slow because you have to bomb pretty much every single block as opposed to using a power bomb, which should blow up a couple blocks along the way.
So Vibrant only sitting on 51 health though. That is not a great way to be.
And I don't think that the gravity suit affects the damage multiplier when it comes to orange juice. I think she'll still take the same amount of damage.
She would. The only thing it would do is give her free movement through it.
Yeah.
But she makes it through. Nicely done.
Yeah, looks like we got the lovely trash can over on Czech side.
Luckily, it was followed by a real E-tank, so it's not all for loss.
Yeah, Vibrant Colors skips her trash can.
Can't blame her for that. A lot of runners don't like to bother picking one up.
Thing is, though, in my opinion, this early on with no health, it might be a good idea to at least pick up maybe one just to give you some buffer.
No, early on, there's definitely a line of logic to picking up at least one. Chex finding X-ray at the Bryn Reserve tank and deciding to pick it up.
So one thing I want to point out back with Vibrant Colors is the logic, and in order to get through that gauntlet, you always need screw attack. Just remember that. You always need screw attack.
Right.
And you need some sort of up logic, which is space, bombs, or speed, which they have at least 2 of. So if we're thinking about it, screw attack cannot be in Meridia or in Lower Norfair.
No, and considering where Gauntlet being, or Gravity being in that Gauntlet, I expect they'll find Screw Attack fairly early.
Hopefully, but you never know. Screw attack could be lost up in Bowling Room with the way things are.
That is true. That would probably require Varia and either Varia and a couple more E-tanks, or no suits and a lot of E-tanks.
And we got the oh, they also had to skip Aircrunes The poor animals, they just can never catch a break because of the fact that no one wants to visit them or save them.
And Chex has now checked everything he can check in Big Pink, and we still haven't seen any power bombs. They're having to orphan. Our runners are going to have to orphan a lot here. Oh wait, nope. I'm sorry. They will be able to check. Spospo.
Yep, but they'll if they don't find power bombs, they won't be able to check the wave gate room, the Mission Impossible room, which is nicknamed the Strut Hopper room, and of course we mentioned Ed Coons as well.
And checks. Oh, he only finds missiles, so nope, still no power bombs. That's it's not real common for us to get power bombs so late. Even on seeds where you get early bombs, a lot of times you'll find power bombs, at least one pack of them, fairly early.
True. I always enjoy these seeds where it changes things up a lot when it comes to power bombs because it's very interesting to watch. Like if you get early screw, that could really mess around with the power bomb location, and of course bombs also messes around with it.
And Chex finds just missiles at Green Hills. So I believe power bombs will have to be, or some type of progression. Will have to be what?
There's actually several locations that power bombs can be right now, especially if they find various suit or that screw attack.
That's true.
Actually, no.
Well,
no, because not screw attack because you need power bombs to get to Lower Norfair, or not into Meridia.
Right. Trying to think. It could be at Kraid, Spazer, high jump, the high jump location. Could it be at the top of Red Tower?
Yes. Right now, no, it cannot because it. Oh yeah, it can because they do have space jumps. So the top of Red Tower is in play.
Okay. Check's deciding to head down Red Tower though, and the Spazer location here will be next.
Good call. I think some of us have been thinking about new strategies where we just go up, check Red Tower, and then go down immediately afterward.
Yeah, the top of Red Tower with the 3 items in such a small area, that's good item density. And we found, thus far in the tournament, we found a good number of high quality items up there.
Agreed. And it doesn't really take that much time to check the top of Red Tower. Just go up, find the 3 items, and come down. Whereas I think if you come down and then try to make your way back up, it's a little bit slower.
I would agree with that assessment.
Check heading over to Kraid's hideout, the place where Kraid loves to hide, going through the mouth.
We'll be able to use that X-ray to check the Kraid missile item, but won't actually be able to pick it up, not having any power bombs.
So I guess now for chat will be, where are the power bombs? Where are they hidden?
They are much deeper in the game than we've seen thus far. I don't know if we've had any seeds yet that have had power bombs quite this late.
Wasn't there a seed the other day that had very late power bombs?
It's possible. It may have just been one I didn't get a chance to check. Could have been while I was at work or something.
Yeah. So I think it took someone like took someone around 30 minutes to get their first power bomb pack. And Rubix said yes to that.
Yesterday seed had late PBs or Thursdays. Cool.
And
gets the Kraid quick kill, no problem.
Kraid completely rejected not going to prom. Oh, there they are.
And there are our logical power bombs. Now the real question here is, I expect Chex, assuming that he doesn't find a suit either here at Kraid or at High Jump, we'll probably head back to Brinstar and do the cleanup. What about Vibrant Colors? She already has that gravity suit, so those power bombs lead her in different directions.
It definitely does. She can't really do too much in Meridia right now without speed or ice or more power bombs as well. So maybe she'll do a quick check in Meridia, uh, and then make her way up to Red Tower.
Well, yeah, actually, yeah, I guess going through Meridia, doing a quick, at least seeing what's at Main Street, checking crab supers and maybe the Mama Turtle section, and then just heading up, and then boom, you're right there at the top of Red Tower without having to climb Red Tower.
Yeah, definitely. Those are actually very fast checks anyway. Oh, and Vibrant Colors gets rocks from Crane. I know that this has happened to me in the past. I don't know why it happens.
Every now and then, because Crane, he'll occasionally open his mouth and spit rocks, but every now and then he'll do the earliest rock spit possible. And if you're a person that does the 4 super Crane quick kill, it can really mess you up.
That would be me, so I guess that's why I always get messed up with it.
That's the one I do too. I can't do the 2 missile, 3 super one. I am not capable of that.
As we all know, that method is called the hands throw up, hands throw down strats.
So named by Jay.
Technically, it was named by me. I just took it from Jay and just said hand goes up, hand goes down because he always said that when he was fighting the boss, and that's basically my main strategy.
It's an effective strategy.
It does work, but of course, when you go back to want to use a charge beam, it kind of throws you off, or vice versa.
Just 2 missiles and a pack of supers at high jump. So I expect we're going to see Chex head back up towards Red Tower. He might go all the way up and check the top of Red Tower, or we may see him do all the Brinstar cleanup now that he's got those power bombs.
But that would actually require him to get through that wave gate if he is able to gate glitch, which, in my opinion, is a very tricky trick to learn.
That is true. Has decent ammo to be able to do it, assuming he's familiar with the trick. I don't know Chex as a runner very well. I'm not 100% on what tricks he does and doesn't know.
Yep, agreed. And it is a wave gate, which means that both missiles and supers work on it, as opposed to a green gate, which only works with supers.
Chex does the check on Croc Escape, just sees a pack of supers there, so probably won't worry too much about that.
Nope, and he's also skipping the ice beam location, which is definitely not in logic. Right now, very low chance for something to be there. The only thing possibly to be there is gravity, which we know is not possible.
Right. And honestly, just historically in all the SMRAT seeds I've run, I can think of very few where I've ever found anything at ice or even in the crumble shaft. Like, it happens, but it's rare.
Definitely.
Just because so much, you have to have, Varia and speed, and usually by the time you have both of those, half the time you're nearing your go mode.
True.
Vibrant colors also checks high jump, doesn't find or finds the same things, is also somewhat unimpressed by them.
And I don't think Vibrant Colors checked the Croc Escape. Chex is going into another very dangerous room, the X-ray room, and try not to touch the spikes here because I think they do 60 or 80 damage when you're suitless.
It is 60 a pop when suitless. Chex does have that space jump, making this fairly simple, but those waivers can really throw a wrench in the plans.
Yeah, they can be very mean, get hit by them, they mess up that space jump.
And it looks like Vibrant has just head into Meridia.
It's just abusing that space jump.
I mean, underwater is where space jump shines. Underwater, like, you would expect space jump to work in a certain way, and it doesn't. But underwater, that's exactly how it works. You just keep hitting jump, and you just keep going up.
If only the whole planet was made of water.
Absolutely. Just, gravity suit would just have to be your first item in every seed. Alright, so Main Street and Crab Supers doesn't prove useful for Vibrant Colors. And Mama Turtle is a missile and a missile.
Double missiles. But wait, there's more.
That is unfortunate. So really the question for colors here will be, does she head towards the beach or just head up towards the top of Red Tower?
True, and Chex does not go back to Green Brinstar. Opts to go up to Red Tower. Uh, as for Vibrant Colors, yes, we shall see where she goes.
Looks like she's just heading up.
Yeah, so you gotta think logically here. Right now, Screw Tech is the only thing that puts that gravity suit to logic, so there is a possibility that either Screw's nearby or might find Various suit.
Check's gonna be our first runner to make it to Alpha Power Bombs.
And
That looks like a Spazer.
the best beam in the game. It doesn't shoot one, it doesn't shoot two, it shoots 3 shots. Like, what could go wrong with that?
Very little. It's unfortunately it just gets subsumed by that power or that plasma beam eventually.
The plasma only shoots 1 shot or 2 with wave beams, so what's the big point of plasma? Why do people love it so much? Is it because it's green?
Because tons of damage. That's a lot of damage. So both of our runners here at the top of Red Tower, within a room of each other.
Papa Smo, Meridia is not in logic. Right now, Gravity Suit is not in logic. They need Screw Attack. Screw Attack is the item that puts gravity into logic.
Right.
So
because gravity was in the front of Gauntlet, I believe.
Yep. And we all know that Gauntlet requires at least Screw Attack to get in there.
Screw Attack and a way to get up.
Yes, and Vibrant Colors, skipping ammo. This is kind of a very risky play early on because she doesn't have ice yet, which means she still needs a lot more ammo if she doesn't find ice, and she doesn't have charge yet.
Yeah, just now actually really taking a look at both of our runners' ammo though, both of them actually doing pretty well on ammo. 2040 for Vibrant Colors and 2555 for Chex. That's real ammo.
Agreed.
And looks like Power Bombs at the moat, and Vibrant Colors, even though she only has the 1 pack, doesn't pick them up. I'm a little surprised.
Well, she might think that because it's at the moat on the way to Red Ship, she'll probably come back at some point in time.
You're probably right. Looks like she's gonna head up towards Criteria Power Bombs.
But she does.
Here.
Yeah, but she does kind of hurt herself there by not picking up the power bombs because they can. 5 extra power bombs can be helpful, especially if you once again don't find ice and you need to use power bombs to kill the Metroids later on.
Very true.
And you need
just missiles at Criteria Power Bombs.
Yep, so we got some power bomb cleanup locations remaining to go. There is all of Blue Brinstar as well as Old Mother Brain. There's Edge Rooms and the Strut Hopper Room. Mission Impossible.
So Vibrant Colors gonna head left here, out of landing site. It's an interesting strategy. Possibly gonna head down, do Retro Bryn, and then go backwards through Brinstar to grab all those checks that she couldn't do earlier due to the lack of power bombs.
Or maybe she might just want to check 230 and bounce back. I think Vibrant Colors is a pretty well-seasoned Super Metroid runner, so I think she is confident enough to go to Red Ship with this build.
Let's find out.
And I also forgot Red Ship is also in logic, just West Ocean and Spooky Missiles because of Space Jump.
Yes. Yeah, Fantoon himself, not in logic, but everything leading up to.
I think a lot of people hope that Fantoon never becomes in logic so they don't have to deal with the elephant boss that is Fantoon.
Vibrant Colors finds an E-Tank at Old Mother Brain and decides not to pick it up.
Vibrant Colors definitely going for the low percent play.
Yeah, only has 3 E-Tanks and I believe 1 reserve.
Hey, we're definitely running low on checks for both sides.
Yeah, pretty much either spooky missiles, a few spots here in Retro Bryn that Vibrant hasn't checked yet, Billy Mays and Construction Zone, and the skipped spots in Bryn. Something's got to be at one of them.
And that something could either be a suit or the screw attack.
It's the screw attack, then that opens up more of Meridia, because that puts that as a charge beam at Billy Mays.
Well, that definitely solidifies her choice of skipping a lot of super missiles.
And some high jump boots to go with. But wait, there's more.
But she only picked up one shoe. What's she gonna wear on her other foot?
The high jump boots are so good, you only have to wear them on one foot.
Now, even though she has Spazer, that doesn't really help out too much because it takes 150 charged Spazer shots to kill Mother Brain too.
Yeah, but having those 45 supers would definitely help.
And once again, Billy Mace is in logic due to Space Jump. One of the two items actually does put in logic, and Chex is fighting the elephant monster.
Yeah, the elephant ghost has 4 E-tanks and at least one reserve, but no suits, so those flames are doing 40 damage a tick.
It does 40? I thought it does around 80.
It's 40 with no suits, 20 with Varia, and 10 with gravity. Vibrant does decide to pick up an E-tank at Construction Zone, so maybe she's not adverse to picking up the E-tanks, more just didn't want to go the rest of the way down to Old Mother Brain.
Most likely. That's a good choice. No speed, so no reason to check Waterway. Waterway could potentially also have various suit if she does find that screw attack.
Vibrant skipping Big Pink only has the one power bomb, so I like the play to go to Edacoons first. You'll be able to farm up some power bombs off of the frogs there, and be able to come back to Big Pink with plenty of power bombs.
Yep, and luckily she also has regular bombs to mitigate the use of power bombs. And Check's still working on Fantoon, still doing quite well with 2 E-tanks. Fantoon is no joke when it comes to fighting it with no armor. Many runners, including myself, have died to this thing with low health.
And Vibrant finds Wave at the Edacoons E-tank item.
Oh,
That's a nice find.
And that also puts the Wave Gate into logic in Big Pink.
Fantoon on Chex's side looking awfully red. Can't have a whole lot of missiles left in him.
Say probably one more round. Oh, and Chex accidentally fires one extra missile into Fantoon, making Fantoon disappear. Fantoon is a weird boss that you have to shoot in 2 missiles at a time. If you shoot a third one, Fantoon would just disappear, going into another round. And also, if you shoot Fantoon with a super before Fantoon dies, he just starts to go crazy.
Yeah, those 8 rounds of flame that if you don't know exactly how to avoid them or don't have something like a screw attack or charge beam to do the pseudo screw attack, it's gonna hurt.
Yep, and many of us grew up on Nintendo Power teaching us
to do it that way.
To do it that way.
Those Nintendo Power strats. Alright, that is a dead Fantoon on Chex's side, so he can go into the wreck ship proper.
We got another trash can for Vibrant Colors.
She's probably not super excited about that one, but that item, especially if you're trying to do the quick drop, you land on it, and whatever it is, you're gonna grab it. Checks on the right side supers.
So the item definitely has to be here in this wave gate room, unless if I forgot a room.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything we're missing? Does this have to be basically screw attack?
Or
and
Varia.
there it is.
So that's not too helpful for Vibrant Colors because she probably wanted a Berry suit. Now her options are Meridia or Wrecked Ship, and we already
Right.
know someone's in Wrecked Ship.
So I'm curious to see where Vibrant Colors ends up going, whether she heads towards that wreck ship or decides to head deeper into Meridia. She's already spent a little time there, but didn't find anything of note.
It is.
Screw. Sorry, we have a question in chat. What does Screw open up in Meridia? Screw itself doesn't open anything in Meridia, but Screw because it opens up Gauntlet. Gravity was in Gauntlet, and then the Gravity will open up Meridia.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what Vibrant Colors would do here. There really isn't much left available in Meridia because she doesn't have speed or ice.
Sure, it's pretty much just the beach and the sandpits. Looks like first she's going to take a trip to the X-ray, which we know was, I think, just missiles, or it was something not super important.
Nothing important because, as we see from Chex's side, Chex has very few majors compared to Vibrant Colors.
It was just missiles. And
Yeah.
Wreckship E-Tank also just missiles. And
More missiles.
we get a reset from Chex. That save coming in handy.
And some people argue whether or not to save and do the reload or just backtrack. I believe it is quicker to save under all circumstances.
It is. The only way that saving is slower, I guess, is if you actually end up wanting to keep the item.
True.
Looks like Vibrant Colors is likely going to head into Meridia, whereas Chex is going to head up here to the attic. So we'll get to see lots of new stuff.
Chex low on health as well. 71 health with no reserve. 31, those things are definitely dangerous. Luckily, Chex does have to save.
Yeah, those green key hunters are no joke.
Chex with 59 supers should be just using supers on these things because it's a lot quicker to kill.
And he takes a swoop, and unfortunately, Chex takes a death in the attic.
No.
Luckily, not going to cost him a ton of time, as he does have that save there in the middle of Wreck Ship.
And as Sabus says, Spectre Room of Death, going through that room more than once is probably very traumatizing for anyone.
That's true. That room did earn its name through blood.
And from that, I forgot what the hack is called. I think it's Super Metroid Impossible, maybe it's called. And it's like probably one of the very few unedited rooms in the hack because of how evil it is.
Yeah, that room was bad enough. They didn't feel the need to make it any worse. Yeah. Chex should probably... Alright, Chex is going to start employing some of those super missiles here in the attic.
Yeah, with 58 supers, it's definitely worth using. You don't really need to conserve them. If you had much lower supers, I could see that.
And the beach and the watering hole not really paying off for Vibrant Colors here. She does find another pack of power bombs, which is super nice. But no major items. Which means our progression's either sandpits or somewhere here in the wrecked ship.
Be funny if a grapple was somewhere.
Grapple would put, of course, Shack Tool in logic.
Grapple at the top of Red Ship, possibly?
Grapple at the top of wrecked ship leading to something like Varia at Shack Tool. Or Speed at Shack Tool, then Varia at Waterway.
Oh, man.
Just make our runners go all over the planet. Really take the scenic tour before it explodes.
Oh yeah, we did want them to explore the entire planet and immerse themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like so many places that people never visit. Like there's this place called GT. A lot of people don't visit that place when they do these SMRAT seeds.
There's an entire highway that's even called Forgotten.
There is? I never heard of it.
I know. We forgot about it. You know, it's all right. Check's gonna check sky missiles, and there's the Varia suit.
Wait, what? Another suit up there in the sky? What is this?
And left sandpit for Vibrant, just double missile. I'm a little like, don't get me wrong, that's a great find by Chex, I'm worried that it might send him in the wrong direction, though, because if he doesn't decide to either clear out Bryn and find that screw attack and head to Gauntlet, or just head to Gauntlet here, um, it could be a good long while before he finds that gravity suit.
And it looks like Chex might also be checking Bolin as well, which is a good play. You never know, there could be a suit at in the Bolin area. And if and a smart play by Chex would be to check at both Gauntlet and Land of Sight because it is on the way. It doesn't really take up too much time.
That's true. But you might see Chex just head straight down Red Tower and right into Norfair, assuming that the gravity will be somewhere down there.
Yeah, so we're coming up to Bolin. This is Varial's favorite room in the game, in my opinion. He just loves this room so much with the way that Chozo statue just walks through the floor. Just walks through it. Just keeps on going.
Just uses no clip and just heads right through the floor.
Yep, pulls up the console, enters ID clip, and here we go. Just goes through the floor.
Alright, we'll have to see on, so, looks like Vibrant going to head out, and I have to expect, her next trip has to be towards the wrecked ship, because there's not really anywhere else for her to go.
Yeah, but sadly, it's going to be a lot to do. She's going to probably full clear that wrecked ship, which is going to eat up even more time.
Absolutely. Chex is going to grab the supers here at Bowling Missiles, and looks like he's at least going to go check what the reserve item is.
It's always a good idea to check it. It doesn't take too much time, and you never know. It could be something good. In my race yesterday, it was actually the gravity suit.
No, it could definitely, it could hold some really nice power items.
Like for instance, the prior race, it had charge beam.
It's true.
Today
Just
it just has a
supers this time.
super.
Yeah. Certain items it would be worth coming back with speed for. A pack of super missiles is not among them.
Vibrant colors skipping that power bomb pack. Remember, if you don't have ice beam, you need at least 15 power bombs in order to deal with the Metroids. If you don't want to waste time going back for refills.
Or you could just be hoping for drop luck. You do have a small % chance of getting through there with 10.
True, but the many people might not know this, but using power bombs to kill Metroids only causes them to drop one item, as opposed to supers, which causes them to drop multiple items.
I believe if you use ice and then you hit them with missiles or super missiles, it's 5 drops. And then, yeah, as you said, the power bombs is just the 1. Alright, so Check's going back to the ship. Will we see a gauntlet check here?
Definitely good play. Did Chex check the Landicite BBs?
I know Vibrant did. I am not certain whether Chex did.
Yeah, but as we were mentioning, it seems like the top red ship is to play this year. We've seen so many items up, so many suits up in that Sky Missiles location. Maybe the J-Chalk skip is no longer going to be effective this year.
It's like, oh, Chex is making what we know to be the correct decision here.
Very
heading
good
into
play.
the gauntlet.
Both racers do not have access to Dragon yet. They need either speed. They definitely need speed. If they don't have speed, then they're going to Dragon logic, or they could just cheat logic by using ice. Or if you're really good, use a Sea Flash clip, which requires one more power bomb pack by both sides.
Yes. So Chex picks up that gravity suit and now has the entire planet really as his oyster.
And Vibrant Colors taking on the Flying Elephant.
Get a nice Doppler there.
I wonder if we'll be seeing Chex do some Brinstar cleanup.
If so, he might find that the charge, the wave, screw attack. High jump boots. Oh, that's right. Charge and high jump were both in Billy Mays.
Yeah, but with Chex's current loadout, let's see. Chex is actually fine on ammo. Chex is ammo grow mode.
As long as he's comfortable with you know, everything to get through Lower Norfair and such. Chex is just in go mode.
Yeah, so a good amount of ammo for a drone mode would be 30, 80, 30, 80 in a Texas situation, which leaves 6 missiles in reserve. But since he has 35, that gives 11, which is 3 missiles to miss against Mother Brain, which is not that good, but still drone mode-ish.
Yeah, we may see him pick up, you know, a little more ammo if he decides he wants it for safety. Though he's heading down the climb, so he may do the Billy Mays check, in which case he'll find that charge beam, removing those ammo requirements.
Interesting. And if he does do the cleanup, this might actually help Vibrant Colors with Ketchup. Of course, we do know that she spent a good amount of time in Meridia, which would slow her up compared to Chex.
True. Yeah, the double dip Meridia with the first time through checking Main Street, Crab Supers, and Mama Turtle, and then going back and checking the beach and all the pits.
True, but of course, the first time through Meridia for her wasn't that bad. She was basically passing through, checking a couple items, and making her way up to Red Tower.
A question in chat: does Varia put colors into go mode? Not quite. No bot wound access, right? Colors would need either Ice Beam, Speed Booster, or if she knows the Crystal Flash Clip, another pack of Power Bombs.
And that Sea Flash clip isn't the easiest thing to do.
No, it is not. And of course, is not expected of our runners in SMRAT. Actually, SMRAT logically, speed is the only way to get through that hallway. Even the ice clip is not in logic.
Yep. So if any, so runners should expect speed to never ever be from bot wound onward, which is not really that many items to begin with, but still, don't expect speed to ever be there.
It can't be at the bot wound E-Tank, Space Jump, Precious Missiles, or the Plasma location. Absolutely, in SMRAT cannot be the Speed Booster.
Yep. Check skin is Billy Mays check 2 for the price of 1.
Getting that charge beam and the high jump boots. A great deal for Billy Mays today.
Great deal, but not as great of a deal as hitting that almighty turkey strike in Bolin earlier today.
I must have missed that one.
Turkey strike with all those beams, just endless beams.
Chex's health looking really nice here. Now having up to 6 E-Tanks plus at least 1 reserve.
And Vibrant Colors will be seeing her very soon, very shortly. Now the question is, does she check Bolin or does she just go?
I expect from just what we've seen from Vibrant Colors thus far, I expect we're going to see her just go.
Check's making his way back into Big Pink. Vibrant Colors is go. She is go.
Yep, she is out of here. The only thing she needs doesn't pick up those power bombs though, so may not be looking for a Crystal Flash Clip. So we'll still want to find either speed or ice.
And once again, it is very interesting because, as we all said, if you don't find ice, you need to have at least one power bomb pack if you want to guarantee one trip through Turian without possible refills.
No, absolutely. And I believe you only have a 18% chance of actually getting those 2 drops. So when you're talking about less than 1 in 5 are actually going to get those drops in Turian.
Yeah. But I think you only need just 2 drops because it takes 3 power bombs per room, 3 times 4, 12. So you need 12, as long as you don't mess up the damage.
Right, you have to make sure if you're going to do that to do grouping strats.
Yep. And low health doesn't really help that out much either because they're going to be sucking on you and they're going to be draining your health.
Yeah, I had that problem last night in my race.
Sprint ball would definitely help mitigate that. You can just bounce around the Metroids without getting hurt.
Yes, definitely. All right, so Vibrant. I expect we're going to see her actually head straight to lower Norfair. I don't expect we're going to see any Norfair checks. We may see some on the back end, assuming she hasn't found speed or ice by that point.
Yeah, so the most efficient route is always to go down to lower Norfair first and work your way up, because it's a lot quicker that way as opposed to going through Meridia, then going down, then going back up again.
Right, yeah. Whenever possible, always hit lower Norfair as soon as you can, just because that's the furthest point from where you want to be. So it's better to go ahead and knock that out super early. Or as early as you can.
Yep, and I don't know if she checked both sandpits. I know she checked one of them, but she does. But if that's the case, she definitely knows that whatever she needs to get to Dragon is not in Meridia.
She did check them both. I believe it was both just ammo.
Yeah, so whatever Vibrant Colors needs to get through the Dragon is in Norfair.
Yeah, because we've seen basically everything else at this point. And the only other place that could be theoretically would be Climb Supers, but it requires both speed and ice logically, so neither speed nor ice can be there.
Correct. Now there has been times where speed and or ice have been down here in Lower Norfair hiding in GT.
That's true. We'll have to see whether Colors decides to do a green gate glitch and go to GT, or technically they have space jump, so our runners could go to GT vanilla.
True, which is slower. It is slower compared to doing the gate glitch. That's if you actually are good and able to do the gate glitch.
Chex picks up that screw attack there at wave, so his lower Norfair will now become a lot easier, because really, screw attack's a great item, but lower Norfair is where screw attack shines.
Definitely. Like for me, I always wish I had either screw or plasma when going down Lower Norfair. Otherwise, it's just so painful because you basically need those weapons in order to navigate. Otherwise, you need to burn through ammo, and ammo is very precious down there.
You have Vibrant Colors going for generic rodent mascot missiles.
The SMRAT room.
Or the SMRAT room. Just the fact that Supers isn't worried about those, is really hoping for that ice or speed.
Yep, and Vibrant Colors has pretty much given up on picking up ammo way back when she got that charge wave.
Right. And charge wave spacer, it's not the best beam combo out there, but it's not bad.
It's 86 shots by itself. Of course, she has supers to help mitigate some of that damage, but it's definitely better than just with spacer, which is 150 charge shots.
Or of course the dreaded just charge 300 shots.
Oh my! I don't think I can pull that off. That's why.
I can't. Yeah, I would never run even low percent ice where it's only 2% or 200 shots.
Yeah, I know for myself, if I don't have plasma or decent beam DPS, I would just I would continue picking up ammo.
Vibrant gets a nice KO through the first platform. Just found an E-tank at Power Bombs of Shame. Didn't pick it up. A little surprised she didn't take it for the free refill.
Some racers tend to do that. They might save it for on the return trip.
That's true. That way you don't have to do any kind of health farming after Ridley.
True, and usually those space powers that she just killed drop a decent amount of health to refill you anyway.
Looks like she will need to do a little. Well, she doesn't have to do any super farming pre-Ridley. Most runners like to go into Ridley though with 30 supers.
Once again, so it was mentioned earlier today that both Motorbrain 2 and Ridley have the same amount of health. However, supers do double damage against Ridley. So 30 supers is the way to go, but if you want to just use a current beam combination, it's still 86 charge shots.
Looks like she got up to 33, so has the full 30 plus a couple just for safety's sake.
And Chex is doing a looks like a full clear of lower north of upper north there.
Did ice in the crumble shaft. I believe it was just ammo at both locations.
So normally in the situation, most runners would just go down lower north there, but he's probably still trying to find that Meridia access. Fiber cars taking down the dreaded space flying pelican.
Yeah, no, I thought the pelican was dead, and apparently so did she, but might be just like a missile or so shy. That looks like a dead swoop, and that's an exploding pelican.
Yeah, sometimes you might think you have Ridley dead, but one of your shots might have accidentally missed or got blocked by Ridley.
Yeah, that tail loves to eat super missiles.
And it looks like we got Vanilla E-Tank behind Ridley.
That's not. No. That's a charge beam vanilla, right?
I don't know, because has anyone seen Charge Beam back there so far this season?
You know, I'm not sure. I don't know if I've seen the charge back there this season. I haven't had a chance to catch all the races, but I've caught a good number of them. Chex finding plasma.
And
That's a nice damage increase.
And we got Bold Mountain Reserve. This is a favorite room of Motroid. Motroid always lives by this room because it tends to have some sort of decent item. Yeah, we see two. We see the grapple and we see plasma.
That grapple, of course, putting Chexhuman into logic.
Oh yeah, you
our
are
speed
right.
booster could be at Chexhuman.
In my opinion, I don't think any of these runners are enjoying this seed so far. It's basically been a last location for both of them.
Yeah, and it started so well because usually when you find that early space jump, you're like, yes, I've got great movement early, and that'll be awesome. But
Yeah.
then everything else is not anywhere you want it to be.
Yeah, so in my opinion, I think it's better to find an earlier movement item compared to an earlier suit, because early suit could really mess up your plans. Because if you get very right away, then you pretty much think you have to go down, but your logic could also be up.
And your logic could be that suit. The suit logically was just to give you enough E-tanks to go fight Fantoon.
Yeah. Chex making his way over to Wave Beam.
Yeah, thus far, looks like I think Speed Booster was an E-tank and some ammo, so nothing special there.
So Chex is missing 3 majors, which 2 of which are the ones that we need.
Yep,
And we don't think that Environment Colors does do C Flash Flip, because she has skipped so many power bomb packs.
Yeah, she has skipped a few at this point. Which if that was in your normal arsenal, you probably would have picked that third pack up at some point just to have it there just in case. Alright, and that's it for Lower Norfair for Vibrant Colors. I expect we're going to see her make a bunch of the checks we just saw Chex make here in Upper Norfair.
So Chex is making his way down Lower Norfair. There's still also Croc. Croc could possibly have the items. We all know Croc loves to hide stuff down in his little lair.
True, and that Wave Beam does put Croc in logic. And actually, considering what we've seen, there's not a whole lot of more locations either that Speed can be. Really.
No one checked GT.
Oh, that's true. We did not see the GT check.
Oh, imagine if both items are down there, which Motroid one time last year, both Speed and Ice were down there.
That's a rough combo. Because so few runners bother checking GT.
Yeah, because in this turn of logic, GT really isn't worth it. By the time you get down to Lower Norfair, you usually have everything you need in order to beat the game.
Right.
Because, like, you need either Ice or Speed in order to get the Dragon, so...
Looks like Chex is gonna go vanilla GT strat.
And this might be because Chex doesn't know how to do that green gate glitch.
That's true. Not knowing his trick toolbox, that is quite possible. And I mean, you have the space jump, so you can do it.
True, and Space Jump actually puts this item into logic because without Space Jump, that orange juice doesn't go down, and you can't come down here, GT.
And Vari will bring up a good point. It may be that he's thinking if he's gonna, if he's gonna commit to GT, might as well be able to check 3 items instead of 2.
And luckily, Chex has a charged plasma, which makes GT so much easier to deal with.
It looks like he is in the magic spot, so he can just crouch down, point upward, and fire those charge shots.
Yep, and if you shoot it at the right time, you actually get double damage on GT. And GT is dead.
E-Tank at GT Supers. And the screw attack item is Speed Booster.
Oh, that is bad for Vibrant Colors.
That is bad for Vibrant Colors. At this point, her best bet is to hope that Ice is somewhere in Croc.
Definitely, or at Shack, which still isn't that great either. But it will be. But she's coming over here to Bubble Mountain, which is gonna make Croc so much easier. It's basically a one-shot kill with that charge combo.
Yeah, every now and then, for whatever reason, I think it's due to frame rate issues, you have to do a second shot.
Yep, and every time I take on a Croc, I always have to do 2 shots because of that.
Oh, she picks up the other a third pack of power bombs, so maybe she'll go for the Crystal Flash clip instead.
And Chex is skipping the SMRAT room.
Well, at this point, I believe Chex is in full go mode due to that speed booster find.
Definitely.
Alright, Vibrant Colors heading down, might be headed to Croc.
Croc it is.
Croc it is. So, Vibrant Colors will be our next runner to keep the faith and place her bets on the 8-eyed Wonder Crocomire.
Of course, it does hurt if Ice Beam is speed locked. Like, imagine if Ice Beam is in Waterway.
Yeah, Waterway or just past bot wound somewhere.
Yeah.
That would be bad. But that is a great find for Chex, putting him in full go mode.
Yeah, imagine how the seed would have ran if Chex did not go to GT and Ice was speed locked.
Yeah. This could have taken, another 30 minutes. We end up with both runners almost 100%ing the seed.
Definitely. I think we could probably put this seed up there in one of the batter seeds.
Alright, so Chex taking on the Kung Fu Pirates as Vibrant Colors just found supers at Croc E-Tank. Still a couple more chances for that ice beam here.
4 more items down below Croc. So if she doesn't find it, she might have to hope for no, Reem, it's not the worst. I could send you the worst seed if you want. I think I might still have it.
I believe Reem is referring to you saying badder instead of worse.
Oh.
Alright, so and only 2 checks left for Vibrant Colors here in Croc. Really hoping for that ice beam.
You got a 50-50 shot. Let's go Ice. This would be a pretty interesting race if she does find Ice. It might keep them relatively...
It would be relatively close, though. If she does find Ice here, I'd give Vibrant a bit of a lead, but no.
No.
Which means Ice, I think, has to be speed locked at this point.
Well, we still have Shack. I think Shack is the only item remaining that is in logic for her. Speed was at the almighty GT.
Yep, that's Screw Attack location. Which Chex decided to check, but Vibrant Colors skipped, which is a very common skip in these because, you know, most of the time there's nothing there. Like,
Except for today.
I would have likely made a very similar decision with the loadout that Vibrant Colors has in that position.
I think most of us would have skipped GT.
So we'll have to see. Does Vibrant Colors go searching for ice, or go give the Crystal Flash clip a shot? Nope, she turned back around.
She's probably banking on the fact that it might be down there. I think what her play should have been, she should have stayed before heading this way, because if she doesn't find anything at GT, it's a long way. It's going to be a long way out as opposed to just saving and resetting.
At this point, though, you have to think if you're having to go back into Lower Norfair, if you don't find what you're looking for, you probably think you've lost anyway. So I like the not save just because I would be, you know, were I in the same item position that Vibrant Colors is right now, I'm like, oh my god, if it's not at GT, this is over. This is 100% over.
But you still have to think for the fact that my runner might not have checked GT either. They are probably also suffering as much as I have with this very awkward seed.
True. Though I may, you know, not knowing whether my opponent may know how to Crystal Flash clip. So
Yeah, like I think if I were going against, she's also going left as well. If I were going against Fiber Colors, I probably expect her to be able to see Flash clip.
So she is going to hop in, drain the lava, and or I'm sorry, that's acid, not lava. And it looks like so she'll find speed, but
It's just too late.
At this point, well, I won't say it's too late, but she will definitely have to make up some time. Chex will have a pretty decent lead.
Yes, and Chex is not hurting for health either. Chex probably could might do stand up.
That's true. He has plenty of E-tanks to do so. Vibrant Colors getting in the magic spot for GT.
Yeah, so if you crouch right where Vibrant Colors is, you don't take damage. GT just chills against the back wall and just aim upward and shoot.
Yep, is the magic place.
Overall, this race has basically been back and forth between the two racers. Vibrant Colors had a decent start with that gravity suit, and then she kind of fell behind, and then she came back, and then now because of the speed, fell behind again.
Yeah, and that, I mean, really, most of this rides on that GT check finding speed.
We might see the first ever reverse Lower Norfair exit.
Reverse lava dive, not real common.
And Chex is going to have no trouble coming to these next two bosses. Still doing check. Chex is checking items still.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by the aqueduct check there. Probably just doing the in-room in case it's ice, because if it was ice, that would be that would save a lot of time in Turian.
True, but if at this point in the game, do you think you have to check items still, or do you think you just have to go hoping that you're sort of in the lead?
I'm probably gonna go, but I understand the argument for checking in-room items. I'm not gonna make any extra room transitions to check an item. But if it's in the room, it's usually a couple of seconds at most.
True. And Chex, as I said, I was going to say, Chex is going to have an easy time here, and in Meridia. He's got the ooh, we got the second to last major there, the Spring Ball.
There is the Peepo SB.
Yes, and he skipped it. Good job, Chex. Skip that Spring Ball.
That was a terrible decision to skip the spring ball. I don't like it.
To me, I hate
I
Spring
believe
Ball.
he is automatically disqualified for not for seeing it and not picking it up.
Yeah. Both runners are definitely going to have easy time with bosses because they can easily just microwave the bosses with their charged plasma shots and X-ray shot.
Yeah. Chex does check Precious, just see supers there, so he must just be taking the quick checks for ice.
And Raven does make a good point that Spring Ball could be useful for the Metroids. Not too much for Chex because Chex has so much health, he doesn't really have to worry too much. Maybe Vibrant Colors will pick it up. And Chex is standing off to the far right. Usually I stand, yep, that's where I usually stand.
Good microwave. One thing that Chex didn't do, though, any of you out there that aren't familiar with the microwave trick, so if you have charged plasma and X-ray, you can do what's called the microwave trick. Because charged plasma passes through enemies, and microwave, if you hit X-ray while it's passing through the enemy, it resets their iframes. And so with a single shot, you can keep doing that full beam damage to them over and over again to kill them. The one thing Chex didn't do was normally in Dragon you'll see runners crouch before doing that, just because when Dragon dies, you are forced into a standing position, and so it'll tell you when you're done microwaving.
I don't think that's the case for Bot Wound, right?
I believe, as far as I know, Dragon's the only enemy that does that. And I believe the reason Dragon does it is a consequence of the fact that you can use that you can do the grapple kill.
And we have a double Spring Ball skip. No Spring Ball
Both of
today.
our runners disqualified for seeing and not picking up the spring ball.
The only redemption we have left is killing the fish.
Let's see if either of our runners. Well, only Chex can tickle the fish.
That is correct.
Vibrant Colors saw but skipped that grapple beam. And Chex just ignores the fish.
He got so close to using that screw. He was tempted.
So we'll be able to get kind of an idea of Chex's lead here. So Chex hits the elevator at 106.02.
I gotta say that's very significant. It's probably very hard for him to fall behind now. He would have to have a really bad Lower Welfare run or Torian run.
Yeah, I would agree, but it was always nice to kind of be able to put a number to a lead.
And Vibrant Colors is an interesting trick that I've never seen before with that microwave. She shot mid-air and then used microwave once she got back to the ground. You can only use the X-ray when you're...
Oh, and there's ice.
Whoa.
So, Chex is still going to be in the lead, but that helps Vibrant Colors out a lot. Doing the Metroid rooms with ice is so much faster than doing it with power bombs.
It also saves her 4 shots when it comes to Mother Brain.
True, and will allow for a ice step skip.
Yeah, but Chex still has the stand-up health, so that could benefit him.
That is true. I think it's kind of interesting. I'd still give Chex a definite lead here, but that ice beam cuts into that lead.
This definitely seems like a seed that would have been given to me, because I know I usually get like these very evil seeds.
Yeah, this one is a little trolly. It was rolled by our restreamer, WJG.
Well, that's to be expected. It's always WJG.
And while we have a bit of a lull as Chex is about to enters Turian, and Vibrant Colors is going to make her way there, You should be giving these runners a follow. They race on the internet for your enjoyment, and it doesn't cost you a dime. So you could at least give them a follow. You should do that.
To be fair, it does cost you to buy the internet, but after that, it's free.
You should also follow my co-commentator 00713. Our tracker Ghost Wizard. WJG didn't put his name in the exclamation point C, so don't follow him.
And follow the question marks.
And follow the question marks. Don't know who it is, but you know.
Okay, so I
And
believe it was
36, so about a 2.5 minute lead at the elevator.
so hopefully the ice beam will save her some time, as well as the ice clip.
It will likely save her some, but 2.5 minutes is
It's a lot of time.
that's a hard one.
Oh, we also have possible baby skip by either runners or missed baby skips as well that could play into effect coming up. I doubt Chex would do baby skip with how low of health he has. Probably not really worth it.
Yeah, because I mean, with that low of health, you're gonna go for the refill regardless.
And I think that there seems to be a problem with Vibrant Color's timer.
Vibrant Colors loves to use the wacky timer. It's all good.
Man, I wish I knew about that timer. I would have just put mine like in backwards mode just to mess with people on my stream.
Chex, of course, doesn't get the baby skip, but I don't believe he was really trying for it, just due to the health situation.
Well, I think it might have saved a little bit of time regardless, but Chex does do the most important thing with facing right. If you don't face right, you basically lose like 50 minutes worth of play time in this game.
Or 40 frames, you know, one or the other.
One or the other.
Alright, Vibrant Colors doing grouping strats here. In Metroid Room 1. Getting trolled a little bit by the bomb. But finishes off Room 1.
Chex has that full health. Chex does have speed. We never know. Chex could do that speed Zeb skip.
That's true. We don't know whether he knows it or not. I cannot speed Zeb skip, but you know,
Neither can I.
I'm just terrible at short charging. Just awful at it.
If you were to watch me try to short charge the Dragon, you would understand my frustration as well.
Check's doing what we like to call the Zeb skip. Just skipping the Zeb skip entirely and just blowing through platforms.
So it actually takes like roughly around 48 regular missiles or 36 super missiles to wait, no, that's wrong. 16 super missiles to break through these Zebs. So you have to keep that into factor that in.
Check's doing a super missile only version of Mother Brain 1 here. Mother Brain has 3,000 health, plus you need 6 projectiles to hit the to break the glass, and I believe it has to be a minimum of 18 projectiles total, no matter what.
I think once the glass is broken, it has to be a minimum of 12 projectiles have to hit her.
Right, and then with the 6 to break it, so yeah, it would be 18 total.
Yeah.
I think my math checks out. But Chex has that charge wave plasma and is just doing the doing super missiles anyway. And looks like not gonna go for the stand-up.
Interesting. And I believe it is actually quicker to use his charge shots compared to just straight super missile shots.
24, well, no, with his it would actually be just slightly slower. If you have the full beam combo and you can perform your charge shots perfectly, it's the same amount of time.
Really?
Yeah.
So Supers has better DPS?
Than his current beam combo, yes.
Vibrant Colors refuses to take off Screw Attack, but instead does that, I forgot what it's called, it's a
The down back.
a down back skip. I think that's another very tricky trick to do, but it definitely saves time. She doesn't have to worry about menuing in order to take off that screw attack.
And Vibrant Colors entering Mother Brain 2 as the baby detaches from Mother Brain in Chexhuman's cutscene. So I'd say Vibrant Colors has definitely made up time with that ice beam. Unfortunately, I don't think she's made up quite enough.
Yeah, sadly, she's probably maybe a minute behind, I would say.
Probably thereabout. Whereas she left Red Tower about 2.5 minutes behind. So I mean, she's made up serious time. That ice beam in Turian really does help a lot.
Definitely. She's not damaging down. Usually you damage down to...
She took off gravity. Or took off area.
Is this different SMRAT? When did she take off area?
I don't know, but it did 6 E-tanks worth, so she must have taken it off at some point.
Maybe she took off area and was also planning on taking off screw, but didn't want to move it again.
The baby grabs Mother Brain on Vibrant Color side as Chex finishes off Mother Brain 3, just has the escape to go.
I'm gonna say overall, in my opinion, I think both racers definitely did make rational choices on both sides. They really couldn't do much with what the seed gave them.
No, with Speed Booster being where it was, and then Iced being behind Dragon, this was not an easy seed.
It's like a Master Quest seed.
Which is odd, because honestly, starting out, it sort of looked like it might become one. The early space jump, Vibrant Colors finding that early gravity, but then it kind of just, it turned on them very quickly.
Definitely. It basically trolled them from the start with the lack of power bombs as well.
That's true, we did find the super late power bombs. Varia was the first power bombs?
Let's see, I think it might have been maybe at Varia.
I think it was Varia.
Yeah, because they had to make a return trip later on.
Chex making his way through the parlor as Vibrant Colors is shooting Mother Brain in her stupid chicken face with the rainbow beam.
Chex refuses to save the animals.
Well done, Chex. And we have a done from Chexhuman. He's finishing first place with a time of 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 44 seconds. GG to Chex.
I gotta say, that's a pretty good time for the seed. I think most runners probably would have been in the 1 hour, 30 minutes.
Yeah, no, that for as trolly as this seed became, that is a fine time.
And we get to see that lovely planet blow up, and they did get to explore basically all of it.
That's true. That is one thing. It exploded, but they saw... Between our runners, they saw basically the whole thing but Shack Tool. Looks like Chexhuman will be joining us for an interview here in a few minutes. We've got Vibrant Colors in the Leodoc's room. We are joined by Chexhuman. GG, Chex. You might be muted. Chex.
Hi.
Hey, there we go. We are now joined by Chexhuman. GG, Chex.
GG's.
So, Chex, my first question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this seed?
11.
11?
Oh,
What's
that
me?
good?
I wouldn't compare it. It was fun.
I would have hated to run this seed because of that speed location.
Yeah,
It's
speed
like-
was weird and power bombs were weird. And then substitutes were funny. So it was pretty easy.
Well, you did quite well. You made that very risky play with checking GT, and it actually paid out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I try not to skip that.
And honestly, I'd say that's what won you the race. Checking GT the first time through Lower Norfair. Vibrant Colors had actually already done Lower Norfair and then cleared a few other things, and then went back and checked GT. So actually double dipped Lower Norfair, which obviously cost a good bit of time.
Wow.
And we do have a dot done from a System of Vibrant Colors in second place with a 1:18.14, and we are joined by Vibrant Colors. GG, Vibrant.
GG.
GG's.
18 shots.
So how about that speed location?
Well, 99% run, I guess.
But overall, like, even with everything it was still a very, very close race between the two of you.
I mean, I guess you bought less located speed or something, because it's not every day you see ball racers above 115.
Yeah, you basically last location did. Chex found it first time through Lower Norfair, but Vibrant, you actually found Gravity super
Yeah.
early because you went and did the very risky gauntlet with no E-tanks and just bombs.
Yeah.
Whereas Chex, I think you found Gravity after you'd done Wreck Ship and found Varia.
Yeah.
Right.
I think was the timeline on that.
This is a seed that should have been like it just screams like learn Crystal Flash clip. Like it just screams it at this point, please.
It
So-
does kind of scream out for that Crystal Flash.
Yeah.
So
I
do
mean, I
either
just checked behind Dragon for Has Beam because I knew it had to be there anyway, so.
do either of you know how to see flash flip?
No.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I know how to, but I'm 5% consistent, so with 15 power bombs, it's not try that.
No, that's totally understandable. It is
Yeah.
not. It's not an easy trick. It's not hard to understand it academically, but actually performing it is not easy.
I figured that if speed was in record shape, Jax would have finished much earlier, so I knew it was not there. So, well, I was expecting Shaxul kinda.
We kind of were there for a minute too after we saw that grapple beam. We thought, oh, maybe speed is is gonna be there, but then Chex ended up finding it there at GT. But yeah, it was a great race. It was a lot of fun to commentate, a lot of fun to watch. You two traded out the lead a couple of times, so that's always fun.
Yeah, that's surprising. I thought I would lose.
Yeah, I
In
mean,
40
like
weeks
two-
of weekly races, I
Yeah.
don't think I've beat your time, Vibrant.
Ah,
So,
that reminds me to not brag about my skills. Randomizers are still randomizers. Keep that in mind, chat. That might happen to you too.
yeah.
There you go. All right. Well, we
I think
have.
that
Oh, go ahead.
just say flashbacks to that one seed that I played against an Asda in the Combo Rendo tournament. Where it was at either Medallion that was last located, except it's not Combo Rendo, it's even worse. So here, yeah, that's the same feeling. That never happens, basically.
It never feels good to last location your go mode item.
It
It
doesn't
just,
feel good, but I have to say it's pretty funny, and it's always funny to watch when you're in the chat, so... that makes it worse. That's worth it.
that's a good it's a good way to look at it. It's a good way to look at it.
Are we here for the show too?
All right.
Excuse me. I missed that. I had fun though.
Well, that's good. And GG to the both of you. I believe we have another race coming up in about a half hour.
30 minutes of counting. We got strut log and Phoenix and strut log.
I don't know whether that one's getting a restream and whatnot. I have plans, so I will not be involved one way or another. But I would like to thank both of our racers, System of Vibrant Colors and Chexhuman, for joining us and for an interview, for racing for us. It was great to watch. It was fun to commentate. I would like to thank my co-commentator Zero,
Yay!
our tracker Ghost Wizard 87, our restreamer who wants to remain anonymous even though he puts his name on the screen, and yeah, I think that's about it. So Zero, if you want to lead us out.
Okay, so remember, always support the Federation Force. They do a great job out there keeping the space station and series safe. It's nice and good. Don't worry about it. If people say it might have been blown up, it didn't happen.
Okay, anyway, from those of us here at Speedrunners Arena, thank you all for watching, and we will see you next mission.